Hi everyone, I'm glad for you to see me. I guarantee it's me, Simon Smith, back with another review. Today's review is a Raw for August 2020. It starts off with the Drew McIntyre segment, which the graphics and the cameras and everything mess up. They go to the TV truck and Redemption's threatening and breaking gear, and they go to commercial break. Uh, when they come back from the break, a bunch of wrestlers are talking backstage about what to do with what about retribution. That's followed by the MVP segment, which uh, Apollo Crews comes out and you know starts talking like he gets started to get beat up, which leads into Shelton Benjamin versus Apollo Crews match, which if Apollo Crews wins, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin have to stay backstage during uh, the Apollo versus MVP match at SummerSlam. Yeah, uh, our Truth and the Ninjas came running through. You know, I I I believe Kasala won the 24/7 championship. All that outside stuff just took away from the match itself. But Apollo ends up winning. Not Apollo, MVP, Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin attack him, which all the wrestlers come out to uh, rescue him. Then we have Shelton winning back the 24/7 championship, followed by the Angel Garza segment, which is followed by Ivar versus Angel Garza. Good match. It kept my attention for quite some time. Uh, Angel Garza ends up winning that. Then we have the uh, Street Profits, Garza and Andrade and Selena segment where they show Selena poisoning one of the Street Profits beverages. Uh, then we have Natalia versus Mickey James. What? If it wasn't for Seth Rollins coming down and talking to Samoa Joe and during the majority of the match, of like how do you know Mysterio and Ray and Dominic are coming, blah blah blah. Uh, you would have been able to focus on the match. Natalia wins by a count out. Then we have the Seth Rollins in ring segment. Uh, then we have the Asuka and Shayna Baszler versus Sasha and Bailey tag team match. It was actually a pretty good match. At one point, Nia Jax shows up in the crowd and headbutts the plexiglass and hits Shayna Baszler. And Nia and Shayna ends up fighting backstage, which leads Asuka to fight Sasha and Bailey by herself, which she holds them off for quite some time. Shayna actually comes back down, gets the tag, uh, does her thing, and Shayna Baszler wins it for her and Asuka. Then it's uh, recap of the Seth Rollins and the Mysterio feud, followed by the Drew McIntyre and Shawn Michaels backstage segment, followed by the Iconics and the Riot Squad segment, which leads into the Peyton Royce versus Ruby Riot match. It was a decent match. I enjoyed it. Peyton Royce actually won, which it was followed by Shane McMahon segment saying, "Oh, it's 10 o'clock. You know what that means? Raw Underground." Followed by like a Raw Underground segment. Then we have the Dominic and Rey Mysterio segment, which and uh, Seth and Murphy end up you know come saying crap like usual. Then we have the MVP and Cedric Alexander segment where he's like, "Oh, they purposely didn't pick you for the 6-man elimination tag tonight." Then we had the Raw Underground match, followed by the Hurt Business versus Ricochet, Mustafa Ali, at Apollo in a 6-man elimination match. The first to be eliminated was Mustafa Ali, followed by Ricochet. Apollo managed to get eliminate Shelton Benjamin. Cedric Alexander then wins the 24/7 championship match. You know, then MVP was eliminated, and Bobby Lashley ends up beating Apollo. Then we have the Shayna Baszler and Shane O'Mac segment, followed by the 24/7 championship match, Kazauer versus Cedric Alexander, which Cedric ends up winning, which then Shelton Benjamin runs out, and he ends up winning the 24/7 championship back. Then we have a Raw Underground segment that looked like it's going to end up with Nia and Shayna Baszler fighting, which Nia ends up running off instead. Then we have the Andrade versus Montez Ford match. Don't care for the feud or the match. For those who want to know, Montez Ford won. Then to close out the show, we have the Shawn Michaels segment where Randy Orton, comes out and ends up RKOing him and punching him in the head. Drew comes down. Randy tries to attack him from behind. Drew brawls with them for a while, and Orton ends up hitting Drew with the RKO. Tell me what you thought of Raw tonight down in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. And until next time, make sure you spread peace and love. I love you all.